Excuse me, Mr. President.
Please, Kitty-chan. How many times must I tell you? I am the Emperor. Let there be no mistake about that.
Oh, Mr. Emperor, two of your biggest fans are here.
Ah, very good. Send them in, please.
Zhen Ming.
Ah, Charlie Chan, maybe. Or David Carradine. This not my day.
Weaver, do you know what the Chinese do to someone who eats too fast?
No, Duke, what?
They hang you by your nails.
Not me.
Why not?
I bite my nails.
Kitty-chan, take a note.
Yes, sir. What kind of note?
B flat, I think. Yes, B flat.
Oh, no, Mr. Emperor. Never be flat, never be sharp, but always be natural.
You fire.
Yourself as someone new.
Something good could happen to you. Something good could happen to you. Something good could happen to you today. Something good. Something good could happen to you. Something good. Something good could happen to you. Something good. Something good could happen to you.
My goat's all excited since he heard tell we're gonna visit a great big junkyard.
It's not that kind of a junkyard. There's only one kind of junkyard, and that's full of junk. Okay, let's straighten this out. Today, Inside Track takes you to Hong Kong for a first-hand look at life in a junkyard. That is, a Chinese harbor.
You mean all this confusion was over some Chinese junk?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm afraid you're gonna have to find yourself another goat, mister. Mine won't touch regular Chinese food, let alone some junk.
Doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me. Nobody wants to talk to me. My parents don't talk to me. My girlfriend doesn't talk to me. My friends at school don't talk to me. Why is it that nobody wants to talk to me?
Susan, next patient, please.
Doc told me to drink this medicine after a hot bath. Could hardly finish the bath.
Hey, Duke, a guy down the street just called me a toad.
Oh, yeah? I'll fix him. What'd he look like?
He's a really big guy with a scar on his face.
Oh, well, forget it. He was probably just joking.
He's holding me up from down below. I thank the Lord that I know. He's holding me up from down below.
Guiding my footsteps from behind. Happy I'm growing on His love and vine. Keeping me out of dark confusion. Steering my mind from each illusion. I thank the Lord that I know.
He's holding me up from down below.
I thank the Lord that I know.
Now, His Royal Highness Emperor Klang Hu will make an announcement to open today's show.
Hello, my honorable subjects. Ancient Chinese proverb say, never trust a used junk salesman.
Cut. Mr. President, you're talking to the entire world. You have to be serious. Please try to be serious, okay?
Okay.
Action!
Oh, my royal subjects. Welcome to Hong Kong's University of the Air. When the emperor laughs, everyone laughs.
Emperor Klang Hu is such a card. Too bad he's not playing with a full deck. 4.5 million people can't be wrong, even if they all live around Hong Kong, a neutral colony. It is a hub of international trade and commerce. But perhaps the most intriguing people in Hong Kong are the 100,000 Shui Shengyan, or water people. For a closer look at these folks, let's go to Hong Kong Harbor and our own junk dealer, Jeff Dell.
Ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, behind me is a Chinese junk. Definition: a Chinese junk is a boat where people live, eat, sleep, and fish. Well, there I was, right plunk in the middle of Hong Kong Harbor. Nothing to see except wall-to-wall fishing boats. And of course your basic sampan, cab drivers. Well, just about this time, Kitty says, how's about a junk ride? So my cabby makes a left and steers straight for a junk. At least that's where I think he was going. There she was, just floating in the water. Of course, that's what they're supposed to do. Anyways, I had a feeling they saw us coming. Looked like lunch, but I left my seasick pills back at the hotel. Seriously, folks, it was a beautiful day, even if you don't like egg foo young. I don't think I'll ever forget the smell of the salt sea air out there as we passed by the China headlands. You know, I really enjoyed the trip that day. Just being out there with Kitty was something I'll always remember. It's hard to believe that these people live their whole lives from birth to death on a single ship. Kitty Chang doesn't live aboard a junk. As a matter of fact, this is the first time she's ever been on one.
Yes, actually, Jeff, most of Hong Kong's people don't live like this. But it's the way of life for the boat people, and there are quite a few of them.
Well, I was about to get seasick, but somebody dumped a box of plastic blocks on the deck and said,
"Wanna play, my boy?"
Well, it was either that or get sick, so I said, "You bet." And somebody else said, "How much?" I was just catching on, and somebody yelled,
"Chop suey!"
The game was over, and everybody jumps up and starts fishing. Thank you. And there it was, your basic fish stew with Coke cans on the side. Never did like fish chowder. And if anybody's interested in today's recipe, write to Grab That Crab, Box 500, and please, no junk mail. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Jeff. Boy, did I have some dream last night.
Oh, yeah?
There I was, 12 years old again, going to the circus. Elephants, acrobatics, flying trapeze, clowns. Boy, was it weird.
Listen, man, that was nothing. In my dream, I had Bobby Orr over for some lunch, and O.J. Simpson stopped by.
You mean to tell me that you had O.J. Simpson and Bobby Orr over at your place and you didn't call me?
Hey, I did, but they said you'd gone to the circus. You know, where I work, I have 500 men underneath me.
Oh, really? What do you do?
I mow lawns in a cemetery.
Gosh, Duke, why can't I do something important like that?
Don't underrate yourself, Weaver. You know what I mean?
Underrate? Oh, yeah, that's from 1 to 7.
If you think that one person can't make a difference in the world, think what a cigar can do in a 6-room house.
I have a friend who has never let me down. When I try to talk with him, he never shuts me out. But he listens and cares about everything I say. I can feel him close beside me every single day. When I am lonely, I just find a place to go where I can talk with him. Then a feeling starts to grow. I know he's near me.
Are there any questions?
Did you see any similarities between the American culture and the Chinese culture?
Besides McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, yeah, there's a lot of American influence in Hong Kong, but as far as they led very different lives when it came to the way they carried on their day-to-day lives and spiritually also. But as far as working and where they ate, what they liked, the kind of food, stuff like that, there was a lot of American influence.
How's the food in Hong Kong? Do they have good Chinese food?
Yeah, very good. We went out to Chinese restaurant. We got a chance to go to Chinese restaurant when we were there, and excellent food, really good.
I was wondering what you thought about Hong Kong. Like, I heard it was really overcrowded and it wasn't very pretty. What do you think about how it looks?
Oh, I would give anything to go back to Hong Kong. I thought it was great. I didn't find it crowded. I found it very, very exciting. It was a very exciting city. The hustle and bustle of a big city like New York or Toronto or something like that. But it was very, very exciting, and the people was really what made it.
Gosh, Duke, this fortune cookie says I'm gonna be rich and famous.
Oh, yeah. It's got your weight wrong, too. All right. Now we bring you live and direct from Hong Kong, China, the world's famous game show, What's the Question? Each week right here on this channel, we travel to remote parts of the earth to ask people, what's the question? If they guess what the question is, they win fantastic prizes. Today we have as our guest, Mr. Li Wei. May I call you Li?
No way.
Oh well, Mr. Wei, if you answer this week's skill testing question, you will win absolutely free. Jack, tell him what the lucky man will win. Okay, Jeff, if Li Wei of Hong Kong answers the question correctly, he wins absolutely free with no strings attached, a beautiful 12-string guitar from Kodo Optics, the people who don't fiddle around. And from Blowback Camera Company, 15 cameras designed to take pictures one after the other until you run out of film or it gets dark. And by Loud Noise, the people who make bedtime lunches and late snacks, a dozen fine radios, batteries not included. Made right here in Hong Kong, and from One Factor, the TV people, television sets. Yes, 25 color television sets painted right across the harbor in Kowloon. Your choice of color, brown, red, or blue. And finally, an all-expense-paid trip to Canada aboard this lovely plane, which is such interesting places as Ottawa, Resolute Bay, and Karakik, New Brunswick. And now, Jeff, back to you with this week's skill testing question. Well, thank you, Jeff. And now, Mr. Wei, for all those wonderful tax-free prizes, you have 3 seconds to answer the question, what's the question? All right, start the clock.
What clock?
What clock? No, I'm sorry, that's not the question.
What?
No, when was the question? I'm sorry, Mr. Wei, you don't win the grand prize, but for being such a good sport, Jack, tell him what he wins. Okay, Jeff, for Li Wei, we have a no-expense-paid trip to London, England aboard this Yuluza Airlines plane, the airlines that almost never let you down. And while in London, he will stay in the world-famous departure lounge at Heathrow International Airport. And when he returns to Hong Kong, a 2-year supply of canned squid. No losers on this show.
You crackpot! What kind of a game show is this? Who's in charge here?
Duke, I just can't bear dumb people.
Well, apparently your mother could.
It's all happening right here on Inside Track next week. And remember, God really loves you.
Road to peace, one road to understanding. Love is the destination we are searching for together. Touch the beauty of a stranger far away. Someone you've never known before can be your friend today. Your special friend today. Your special friend today. Your special friend today.
The cast and crew of Inside Track were happy to fly CP Air across the Pacific.
Accommodations for the Inside Track cast and crew arranged through the Holiday Inn worldwide reservation system.